I started about a year ago making assemblages here from sort of keepsakes that I've been collecting over the years and compiling in these boxes. They're like very poetic and lyrical. Sometimes it's just the act of nailing two things together. Just doing that. Not necessarily knowing that it's going to work, but just trying it. Just jumping in and trying it, just following some lead. And I think of them as a kind of a narrative, a loose narrative, but also something that sparks an interest in something that I was feeling at the time when I found that object. And then putting those instances together creates something entirely different and very surprising. I was thinking kind of the same thing the whole time. And that, interestingly enough, kind of ties into the condemned piece, the tree piece, you know, this oak sapling piece, because that was something that took a long time to do. And it was something that I intentionally started out, you know, when I started it 12 or 13 years ago, that it would become what it is now. So one day in my little city backyard, I found a sapling that had grown from a squirrel planting an acorn. It was about a foot high. And across the yard there was another one about the same size, same height. It immediately hit, if I move that one, put it next to this one, I'm going to make an arch. And it was that simple. I knew at that point, that's going to take a long time. I love durational works. I think the intent of a longer form, a longer term thing really interests me because everything is very immediate today, right? I mean, people want things and they want it yesterday. I don't like that. I like thinking about things. I like having them ruminate. I like the process. The process is very, very important. Seeing the trees grow and the branches budding and getting longer and taller. And as they got fuller and richer, there was more connection possibilities. And then they just grew into this graceful embrace. There was this sort of reverence that I had for these objects, these trees, these living things. It was kind of a bittersweet thing too, you know, because, you know, here are these trees and, you know, I knew that it was time for them to give up their life and then transform. And I'm going to transform them into their final configuration. It's about the impermanence of things, the nurturing aspect of nature and how our place within it. You know, I work in a wide range of media. I've had a lot of studio spaces over the years of my career, and they've ranged from 10,000 square foot warehouse spaces to 500 square foot closets. It's like, you know, you get a goldfish and you put it in a little tank and it stays little, but you put it in a bigger tank, it gets bigger. I really relish learning new things and trying a new way of approaching a problem. I mean, that's all I'm doing. Just constantly trying to make sense of everything. I think it's just a compulsion to create and to live that way. I can't not do it. I mean, it's such a part of my existence that, you know, art is saved the lives of so many people. I know it's saved mine.